Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video. So this video is going to be a vlog that I filmed back in June, a few days before I was due to go on holiday. I'd had a really busy couple of weeks because I needed to fit a month's worth of work in about 2 weeks, so I was exhausted, but I also had a painting to do, and so I decided that I would take it a little bit more slowly, wake up a little bit later and take the time to film a vlog of the whole process because I had to come up with a sketch and a concept and then I had to paint it, and so I thought maybe it would be interesting for you guys to see a little bit of my life in between me painting a new piece. I usually start my days by organising all tasks I have to do in my bullet journal and then replying to emails and doing various menial admin tasks that I need to get out of the way to clear my mind so I'm ready to start painting. At the time of recording this, I wasn't entirely sure I was going to be able to come up with a concept because I was absolutely exhausted, but I'll let my June self tell you all about it. My brain is a little bit muddy. It's struggling to do anything, so we'll see. So I'll just put pen to paper, take you with me, and then update you as the day goes along, and you'll see whether I'm happier as the day goes along or whether I get more and more frustrated. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to set up my work desk for sketching and I'll do some stuff.
Oh, you've never met anyone so outrageous. If you ain't like me, don't know how you could take it, darling. You will never meet another bird that sings like me. Oh, I'm born the day after the solstice of summer. I'm a child of the sun, love. There ain't no other, darling. You will never meet another bird that sings like me. I only got one flaw, that I think I'm perfect. If she ain't like me, she ain't worth it, darling. You will never meet another bird that sings like me. With all short tails, you're on my chest, I'm the prettiest bird in the whole wide west, darling. You will never meet another bird that sings like me. No, no, you will never meet another heart that's light and free. Well, lately I've been thinking I won't love nobody else. It makes me wonder where else I should go. No, lately I've been thinking I don't need nobody else. I'll be alright, long as I got myself. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, oh, Whoa, 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 Oh, you've never met anyone so outlandish. If you ain't like me, don't know how you could stand it, darling. You will never meet another bird that sings like me. Got my hands clamped tight on my coffee cup, got the gold in my eyes and a cute little bug, darling. You will never meet another bird that sings like me. Another bird, got the gold in my eyes and a cute little bug, darling. You will never meet another bird that sings like me. Yes, and bless your eyes and your one-step film. If I don't break your heart, girl, then no one will, darling. You will never meet another bird that sings like me. And get me too wound up, and I'ma leave you bloody. You're vicious as hell to me, it tastes like honey, darling. You will never meet another bird that sings like me. No, no, you will never meet another hound that bites like me. well lately.
Okay, so I need to wait for the ink on my sketch to dry before I can continue drawing. I'll show you the sketch, the finished sketch, in a minute. But while I was waiting, I received a package in the mail. Something that I was expecting, but I thought I'd show it to you because I think it's quite nifty. These are my thank you cards. I put a handwritten thank you card for everyone who orders a print on my shop, or anyone who is a patron and has a physical reward every month. I like to handwrite thank yous just because I can currently still do it. I don't get enough orders that it takes me forever and ever to write thank you cards. So as long as I can possibly efficiently do it, I will keep doing it. I think it's a really nice personal touch in each order I get. So I used to print out thank you cards myself because it just felt more cost effective. But I have quite a few now to make, and so it's become less productive for me to actually do them myself. So I now get them printed by a third-party company. And so the company that I use is called Snapfish. This is not sponsored, by the way. This is, I mean, they're fine. They just have a really handy system where if you download their app, they give you 1 year of 50 postcard prints a month for free. So all you do is pay shipping. So I pay about £3 in shipping every month, and I get 50 postcards for free, which is really nice. And to make it even more effective for me, I print 2 thank you cards per postcard. So all I have to do when they get to me is cut them in the middle here, and I have basically 100 thank you cards for £3, which is brilliant. And they're just really nice quality, and I just write thank you here with the name of whoever ordered a print or is a patron, and off they go. I only have these 3 prints for a year, but 100 thank you cards a month is a lot more than the number of orders I get. So these are gonna last me probably quite a while, so that's really nice. And my sketch is now dry, so I'll get back to that and I'll show you the finished sketch in a minute.
If I was the sunshine, fist fight every storm, let the whole world freeze if it meant I keep you warm. Cause all I need is your smile, nothing more. But if I couldn't have it, love, I'd let the whole world pour. I loved you once and I know I love you still. I know I love you still, oh, I know I love you still. Meet me back in those Colorado fields. Know that you once loved them, and probably always will.
I finally finished the sketch, more or less. I'm quite happy with the idea. I'm quite happy that I came up with the idea on my first sketch. I was expecting myself to do quite a few more drawings, but I'm actually really happy that I have my idea down. I'm pretty sure about the final composition. So now it's 4 o'clock. It's a lot later than I was hoping I would finish the sketch by, but it's often like that when I sketch an idea. When I try to come up with an idea, I spend quite a lot of time just thinking and trying to come up with a concept I like, and then I spend a bunch of time looking for references or taking my own or both, and then I get to sketching, and then and I also had lunch and stuff, so it all took a bit longer than I was hoping, but I'm pretty much at a stage I like now. So the next step is going to be drawing the final sketch, and I don't think I'll get around to painting today, but I will take you along for when I actually paint the piece, probably tomorrow, and I'll show you the process then too. So here's the sketch finished. I'm quite happy with it. It gives me a good idea of the painting and how I want it to look, and it also has allowed me to figure out the things that I wanted to do differently. So for example, you see that the body is hollowed out almost entirely with all the edges burning. I don't think I'll make the entire body burning off like that. I think I'll stop the hole about around the collarbone and leave the rest of the body intact. We'll see. I might change my mind when I get to painting, but we'll see. And I also want to change this hand here because I think it looks a bit stiff. So I might take some more reference pictures of myself and see what I can come up with to have something that's a bit less awkward looking. And the background will be different in the final painting too. I painted it black here because it's something that I'm enjoying doing in my sketches lately, but it'll be more of a landscape in the final painting, probably like a forest or something along those lines. So right now I'm going to draw the final sketch on my final paper. I would usually not do that. I would usually draw the sketch on a separate piece of paper and then transfer the sketch with either carbon paper or my light box onto the final paper to avoid like having to erase too much or ruining my paper surface, or to avoid being too stressed about the pressure of drawing on my final paper. But I need to be finished with that painting before I go on holiday, so I need to speed up the process a little bit. And because this concept is not that difficult as far as the composition goes, I'm not too worried about the final sketch. So I'll get on to that. I feel I need to quickly clarify why I'm talking about having to do this painting before I leave for our holiday. I offer a print of a painting every month on my Patreon, and I usually do a fresh painting for that every month, and I hadn't done the June painting yet, so I wanted to make sure that it was as close to done as possible before I left for our holiday so that I could finish it once we came back and get all the Patreon rewards on their way. Creating a self-imposed deadline like that can seem a little bit stressful and quite a bit of pressure, and it can be sometimes, but I've actually found that having to create a painting every month in that way has really helped me not be as much of a perfectionist and not dwell too much on the things I don't like, which can sometimes paralyze me and stop me from actually creating work, which is not something that you want when this is your job particularly. So I found that this process has really helped my creative endeavours. It's really dark and gloomy outside. You wouldn't think it's June, it's just so wet and miserable. It's very autumn-like. It makes me feel like Christmas is around the corner. Anyway, I am kind of done with the under sketch for my painting. I was right, I won't have the time to start painting it tonight. My boyfriend is going to come home very soon. He comes home around 7 and it's about 6 now, so instead of jumping into a painting that I can't really get into, I'm going to work a little bit on editing a Patreon video. It's a process video of my unraveling painting, which you'll have seen on my channel hopefully by the time I put this up. You never know, I keep saying things and then that doesn't happen. Well, hopefully you'll have seen unraveling, and I'm doing a step-by-step video explaining my process, showing my supplies and details, just something in depth for my patrons. So I have that to do, and I'm going to work a little bit more on that while I wait for him to get home, and then I'll have dinner with him and then just hopefully watch some TV or play some Breath of the Wild maybe. I've been addicted to Breath of the Wild lately. Not gonna lie, I've spent a lot of hours on it. It's a time vacuum, that game, isn't it? It's brilliant though, I really like it. So tonight I'm not going to work, it's just going to be relaxed because I need it. Yeah, I need to work on that video for Patreon, and then I'll just have dinner with my boyfriend, chill out, relax and all that. So I'll pick you up tomorrow so that we can continue painting that piece. And yeah, have a lovely evening guys, and I'll see you in a few minutes for you and tomorrow for me. Bye. Morning everyone. So we are now Thursday. It's about 8:30, 8:45, and I've had my shower, breakfast, coffee, tea, and I am going to start work. So today's main tasks are going to be painting the piece I started yesterday and editing at least one video, if not two. I am going to start by editing the videos because I need them to export before I can do any more work on them. So that's going to take a while for them to render, so I'm going to get that going, and then while that happens I'll start painting. So that will be my first task, editing, and then I'll pick you up again once I'm ready to start working on the painting. It's another gloomy day, it's rainy again and just generally a bit miserable. So I'm sorry if the lighting isn't amazing. So I'm going to jump straight into the editing and I'll pick you up when I'm ready to start painting.
Would you make me a coffee or two? Don't wanna head out half asleep. Swallowed a cannonball in my dream, and it's pulling me back underneath my sheets. It's freezing out the morning blues. I'm here, I ain't no coward, I was never hiding from you. Couple calls, a few forlorn stares.
Okay, so my video is rendering at a really slow and excruciating pace because it's a chunky video and my computer is not very good at handling chunky videos. But that means I've got quite a bit of time to start working on this painting, and I'm both excited and scared, as I usually am before I start painting a concept. There's always a chance of me screwing it up, but there's also equally a chance of me making something I like, so I won't know until I try. There is only really one way to start, and it's to just start. I'll catch up with you as I go along and talk to you about how I feel, how I think it's going and stuff like that. And yeah, see you soon.
You were glass, I was wooden. You were sweet and I was the cream. You were calm, I was bitter. Oh, so that train was out for me. In the cold of the winter and that blistering summer heat, I was gone and nowhere to be found. You were trapped in a slumber, I was lost amongst the clouds, with the rain pouring under. You were out with a shovel in the desperate sinking mud. I was bathing in the puddles I poured. You can call me Mr-Evergeens. Swore I saw your face in the magazine. You can call me Mr-Evergeens. call you my soft and moonlit sea. You were dark, I was darkness, a heart heavy as the nightfall in the car, headed northbound under stars. From the roads, green and lively, to the roaring of high tide, dear, where time was nothing we had feared. You were smoke, I was embers, I burned slowly as the sky. You were ash on my feathers afterwards. You were glass, you were shattered, I was a mess of umber paint splattered on the floor. On the floor. You can call me Mr-Evergeens. Swore I saw your face in the magazine. You can call me Mr-Evergeens, and I'll call you my soft and moonlit sea.
So I think I'm going to stop for today. I am absolutely exhausted. It's now 6 o'clock and I'm finding it really hard to concentrate. So I'm going to leave the painting there and I'll film the rest of me painting it. I'll film myself finishing it, and I'll insert the footage in this video so that you guys can see the finished painting and everything. I won't vlog the end of my painting process because a lot of it is going to be tiny detail and just refining the whole piece, and that's just something that I need to be able to focus on without worrying about everything else around it. So I'm not going to be able to vlog the rest of the painting, but I'll make sure that I insert the footage so you can see the finished piece. I'm not sure about how I feel about it. There are aspects of it that I really like. There are aspects of it that I'm not sure about, and there are aspects of it that I'm surprised by. It's always like that when I paint. The way a piece develops is always a little bit of a surprise. It's a little bit of a mix between my natural tendencies, my technical limitations, and just a bunch of different things. And so a piece is always a little bit of a surprise at the end. It never fully matches what I imagined, because I never really go into anything with a very precise idea of what I want it to look like. It's a lot of trial and error while I paint, but I'm happy with the concept, and I'm gonna try and tweak it to make it fit my vision a little bit further. And yeah, I hope that you'll like the piece. I hope that you enjoyed the vlog. I hope I'm not gonna edit something that's an hour long. There's a chance, but I'll do my best to keep it short. Famous last words. And yeah, I hope that you're all really well, and I'll see you very soon for my next video. Take really good care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.
So I ended up finishing the painting after I came back from our holiday at the end of June, and I'll be honest, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Every time I finish a concept like this that I really like, all I want to do is now recreate it as a much bigger, more complicated piece. So instead of just being happy with the fact that I finished a painting with this concept, now I just want it to be even bigger and more ambitious, but we'll see if I ever get to that. But I am really quite happy with how this one turned out. It feels kind of right to me. I'm quite happy with the style of it. My style in general has been something I've been struggling with quite a bit lately. Well, lately, for a while, to be honest. And so sometimes I create a piece that I feel fits some aspects of my style that I would like my work to have, and it's never something I can necessarily pinpoint exactly, but I know that this piece feels right in a lot of aspects. I think one of those aspects is the high contrast between the different elements in it. I really like that. I really like the kind of very pale, almost ghostly appearance of the character. I love the darkness of the forest behind. I like the various elements like the smoke and the bright coloured flames, that kind of thing. So it's definitely a step in the right direction for what I want my work to look like, and it was a really, really fun piece to create. I was worried that the pressure I was under to create it was gonna be a problem, but it was actually a really fun piece to make. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys enjoy this whole vlog. I hope it's not too long, and I hope that you didn't mind the sound. I have a weird mic on my camera, so I don't have the best sound, but yeah, I hope that you're well, and I'll see you very soon. Bye everyone.
They were twisted and tangled in a telephone line, way past bedtime, up at night and weary-eyed, unwound and I'm sound asleep. Butterflies wake with me in the morning. Oh, how long has it been since they've been around? The smell of roasting coffee in the air makes me wish I was there.